I am in Malibu today to see whether the seasonal waterfall known as Newton Canyon Falls is still flowing. It's the second week in May, and of course this area, as you can see, still scarred from the Woolsey Fire that occurred here last November. That fire burned nearly 100,000 acres and almost 2,000 structures were destroyed in that fire. This canyon has been closed for several months and just opened up recently. I remember coming to check it out when we got a bunch of rain because I knew it would be flowing, but just seeing this whole area charred and scarred from the fire. It's good to see a lot of secondary growth happening, a lot of wildflowers growing. Also poison oak starting to come back, but it's also really upsetting to see the beautiful canopy and shady paths that this hike used to have. This is part of the backbone trail here in the Santa Monica Mountains, totally destroyed. Lots of wildflowers blooming right now, but I'm not sure if the waterfall is still flowing. And there's actually several different waterfalls here, which I'll try and point out where those are, even if they're not flowing. But we have Zuma Falls, Upper Zuma Falls, and then further down there's some unnamed waterfalls, which that was one that I climbed up in the dark a couple years ago, which was the last time I was here. So the good news is, looks like it's flowing. The bad news is, there's definitely been some kind of rock slides, landslides since the burn that have altered the way to get down to the falls. There used to be some relatively simple social trails. I mean, the wildflowers are in abundance. Look at that, it's beautiful. The waterfall is flowing though, amazing. Still looks beautiful. I don't know if Zuma Falls is going to be flowing, but we should know pretty quickly. So there used to be some easy use trails down. It looks like some erosion. This is definitely doable for me, but yeah, I don't know if there's another one going back up, but if all else fails, I can come back up this way. So actually good amount of flow. I'm surprised second week in May that Newton Canyon Falls is still flowing. We did get a little bit of rain yesterday though, so that definitely helped the cause. So now I'm gonna go down the creek, and it's maybe a quarter mile down the creek, and then you head back upstream on a right fork, and that'll take me to Lower Zuma Falls. And that'd be cool if that was flowing, because I haven't made a video of that one. One of the reasons I love Newton Canyon Falls is, look at that, nice recovery, is because it doesn't get a lot of traffic. So unlike Escondido Falls, which I was at last weekend, which Escondido is still flowing by the way, beautifully, but it gets packed. And this one, hardly anybody knows about it because it is seasonal. This joins up with Zuma Canyon. And so if you've been following my channel for a long time, you might remember further downstream there's a waterfall. I ended up having to climb back up in the dark. I had a headlamp, but mistimed it. So I'm trying to get out of here before dark today so I don't have to do any climbing in the dark. But man, lots of good flow. Or I should say, something else you got to be careful of down here is poison oak. The fire cleared out a lot of brush, but there may still be a ton of poison oak. So I think last time I was down here, on top of climbing out that waterfall in the dark, I ended up getting poison oak as well. But yeah, the flow is not as high, and the brush is a lot less, obviously because of the fire. So this is so far easier to get to Zuma Canyon. So this is the one I had to climb back up in the dark. I'm gonna go down and come back up before it gets dark so I don't have to do that. But you can see, like, this type of rock is real grippy and there's good handholds and stuff, so Obviously, I'm not gonna be able to film it because I don't have my GoPro today, but this is a beautiful falls. As far as I know, it doesn't have a name. If you know the name of this falls, let me know in the comments down below. So that was actually easier than the first time I climbed down, and it's gonna be easier going back up because I'm not gonna do it in the dark, but it looks like there's been a lot more erosion, so the footholds are better. And off to the side, there used to be, it looked like there used to be a small trail up to the left if you're standing at the top off to the left, but I think that might have gotten totally washed out. But I'm moving quick today so I don't have to climb back up that in the dark again. After that waterfall, that unnamed waterfall right there, we come to Zuma Canyon here. So I'm gonna cut back upstream on this fork, and this will take us to lower Zuma Falls, and there's water flow, and so we're gonna be able to see lower Zuma Falls flowing, which is beautiful. There's a lot more cascades and stuff further down this canyon, and I think eventually you can take it pretty well, like damn near close to the beach. So still keeping my eye out for poison oak. Oh, got some fresh growth right here of some poison oak. Like I thought, lower Zuma Falls, still flowing. Absolutely beautiful. There's a little cave over here off to the side, which is pretty cool. Nice and shady down here at the end of the day. So I think there's this cave and then there's another cave right over there. But like I said, most people don't hit all three of these waterfalls in a single trip, or at least they don't make videos or posts about it, because I haven't seen anything. Last time I came down from the top actually and then climbed down, there's a car wreck at the top of this waterfall, so I'm gonna see if it's safe to climb up. I might climb up and take a look at that car wreck again, but right now just soaking in the vibes. Nice little islands of green growth happening, and also green poison oak, so you wanna be careful of that. Man, what an amazing spot. All right, so even though it was a little more flow than the first time I was here, I was able to get up pretty easy. So here's that car crash I was telling you about. It was a bit more exposed and maybe, I don't know, fresh is the word, but yeah, somebody came over this embankment here, and well, you can see what happened. So when I bushwhacked down from the pullout over there, I got mad poison oak. The 2 times I've been here, I've gotten poison oak. So hopefully this time I won't, because it's just sprouting up. There's a few older bushes, but there's a lot more space to move. So there you have it. Newton Canyon Falls, still flowing in Malibu. Second week in May 2019. Newton Canyon Falls. We'll call that Infamous Falls for the time being, till I find out if it does have a name or not. We've got Lower Zuma Falls here. Upper Zuma Falls is a couple miles up this way, and I don't know if you can get to it up the creek or if it's better to just drop down from the Backbone Trail, or I think it's actually go up from the Backbone Trail. But maybe one day in the near future, I'll come down from upper, maybe I'll rappel that, come all the way down and take this all the way to the beach. That would be a fun day. So it's a good reminder, seeing the after effects of the Woolsey Fire here. Always be mindful of fire restrictions. If you're camping, you know, if you're a smoker, make sure you extinguish your cigarette butts properly. Please, you could save people their lives, you could save people their homes. And actually, I made a video. If you ever catch yourself hiking and getting trapped by a wildfire, check out my 5 tips on how to survive a wildfire. And yeah, if you haven't seen the first time I was here when I climbed up that waterfall in the dark, you could check out my crazy Newton Canyon Falls video. Right now, I'm just gonna enjoy this and focus on getting out of here safely before dark. So, still flowing, plenty of water in Malibu, but who knows for how much longer. So get out there, find your adventure, and be infamous.
Infamous.